Hey guys, what's going on? Chapter Livedall here with another showcase video for y'all today. I'm making this showcase video because just yesterday I made a new weapon from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and after I made the weapon I thought I should showcase some of the other Call of Duty weapons I made. I'll give you guys a sneak peek at the weapon I made so far. But yeah, for today, another showcase video, still working out what I'm going to do for other videos, but in the meantime I wanted to show you guys some of my Call of Duty weapons. You guys have already seen my Halo weapons, you've seen some of my Matthew Tennant weapons, so I want to go ahead and show you my Call of Duty weapons. So, let's get right into it. So first up, the first Call of Duty weapon I made is called the IMR, and this is from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. To any of you who have played the game and have seen this weapon before, I will address something to all of y'all. It's not really finished. When making it, I kind of formed the idea of like attaching the barrel on separately, and there's like some sort of uneven thing on here that I think is part of the scope that I was gonna do, and also there's like a reloading function here. But I didn't really finish it because I got sidetracked with other projects. But I kind of like the way it looks just as it is, and hopefully you guys like it too. Anyway, so this is the IMR, and you first see this weapon in the first mission of Advanced Warfare. As soon as you jump out of the escape pods, the first weapon you pull out, and it's a 4-round burst weapon. It has a clip of I forget how many shots it holds, but it's kind of like a burst assault rifle. It shoots 4 bursts with each shot, and you can see there's this part, there's the handguard and the trigger, and the detailing for one of the barrels right here, and then there's the sights. And this is pretty thin cardboard that I had, so it feels kind of flimsy and slightly on verge of breaking, but it's pretty stable, so I think it's a good weapon, and it's also pretty big sized. And then here's the little rest for you to put it by. The kind of the 3-hole handle kind of makes me think a bit of the Halo DMR, how it has like the hand guard in front of you, this little area here, and then the trigger. That's just what it makes me think of. So, that is the IMR. Next is the Volk Energy Rifle, and this weapon is from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And I'm pretty sure this is based off of an AK. I'm pretty sure it's based off of that because the style of it looks pretty much like one. Like, probably the barrel, the whole body of it, the handle, the rest, the clip. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so this is the Volk, and it's really, and thinking about it now, it's really big. I thought it was pretty big when I made it, but it's still, I didn't remember it was this long because I haven't really held it in a while. So here's the rest. There's the handle part. Or not the handle, sorry, the this part, the stock, I think, the handle, the trigger, the clip, and then the big barrel. This part I think is supposed to be part of kind of a harness where you can hold onto the weapon, and you'll notice that this goes, sorry, it's kind of hard to see with the sunlight, this goes in and then out. That's kind of like give the idea of like the kind of like thinness of it. Originally the clip was supposed to come out, but it was kind of too loose in here, no matter how big I kind of beefed up the clip with. So now it's just glued in. It looks like it comes out, but it doesn't. And then here's the other side. And then pretty much how big it is. So you get this weapon with one of the, I think it's the third Infinite Warfare campaign mission. The main character you play as, Nick Reyes, is needs a weapon for a moon mission he's about to do, and his weapon specialist suggested an energy weapon, which is what the Volk is. So, that's what he used. Next up is one of my personal favorites, original weapons, the M1 Garand. So this is a rifle, and this is it's styled off of Call of Duty World War II. So here's the rest, the trigger, the ammo part, the entire handle part, and then the scope up here. There's also a bit of a sight. And it's also kind of like the Volk, pretty long actually. Slightly longer than the Volk. And there is an ammo clip with it. It's nothing really much. It's just something that was from an earlier project I was doing that ended up not working. But then I fitted it in through the Garand and actually fit really well. So that basically became my ammo clip. And I will also address something. It's kind of uneven. You'll kind of look at it straight, and it doesn't really look even if you focus on the big sight over here. That's just because I think I kind of positioned it wrong, and therefore it got kind of bent. But it's still cool, and it feels cool to have it. This is the first weapon you get in Call of Duty World War II. The main character you play as when you storm Normandy, which is part of the D-Day mission, the first mission of World War II. The game. Sorry, I got distracted and lost my train of thought. This is the first weapon you get to play with, and this is personally my favorite weapon because not only because it's pretty powerful and pretty accurate, but the sound also when you reload it is really cool. It's kind of like a cha-ching sound effect, which I really like. So that's why the Garand is probably one of my favorite weapons. Now, time for the weapon I gave you a sneak peek of, and this is from Modern Warfare 3. So this is the G36C. This rifle is from, like I said, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and this is a weapon that's Russian soldier Yuri, who you play as for a majority of the campaign. This is the weapon that he has most of the time. So, here's the barrel, the main body of it, here's the hollow part, here's where you hold on to it, the scope, the trigger, and the stock. So this weapon has kind of more functions than some of the other ones. And it's just because, like, when I saw the weapon, I kind of thought, maybe I can make a weapon out of that because I have some ideas on what I could do. So that's why these are here. So, first, the scope. It's kind of rudimentary since the actual scope is pretty thin and there's a red dot sight. But since cardboard doesn't do well when it's really thin, I just improvised by making a hole through it. And it's not terrible. I think it's pretty good. The clip. This one actually does come out, and it works because if you look on the clip, there are magnets. If you look inside, it might be hard to see, but there are some magnets on the inside, and it's kind of hard to aim, but typically you're supposed to put the clip in, and then it stays in due to the magnets. So that way you actually feel like you're reloading the weapon without actually having a serious fail. Then the stock, and this is probably my favorite mechanism. So when I was looking at a picture for it, it kind of looked like the stock had a foldable stock, which made me have the idea to try to do one. So I ended up with a foldable stock. Emphasis on foldable because it doesn't really fold. It just comes apart like that. But you'll also see there are magnets on here, and they're supposed to line up with the magnets on here, which is what these lines are kind of for. So, if you want, you could try to like fold it in. If not, you could just take it off. Try to line it up with the magnets. It's kind of hard to do. And then it stays on. It more or less stays on pretty well. Kind of. And then it looks like this when you're holding it like that. When when you don't want it folded like that, you'll see these two magnets here and these two magnets here. And if you fold it back, it goes with the magnets here at the ends. And then you can just stick it on. And then the magnets in here keep it attached, and then the magnets on these straps keep it from losing its balance. And this divider was kind of here to prevent the magnets from like fully attaching to each other, because kind of the same because they had the habit of like trying to attach to each other. But I kind of like it when it's like that. It kind of makes it easier to line it up. So it feels pretty good, and this is probably this would probably be one of my favorite weapons that I've made. So that's the G36C. I keep hesitating because I have to try to remember. I have to try to remember like how the name is pronounced and not to mess anything up.
Weapons have weird names. That's all I'm just gonna say about that.
So that's it for today's showcase video. I hope you guys enjoyed. On the subject of making a G36C, let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see me to make, because honestly I'm running out of ideas and I'd like to hear some input from you guys. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't checked out my Twitch channel yet, you can go to the link in the description, or go online and search twitch.tv/MattLive123. No caps or spaces. Search it and you should be brought to my channel page. And until next time, I'm Chappie Liveville, and I'll see you guys in the next video.